Oh yeah, that's much better. Hey everybody, welcome to Coffee with Mr. Flavorsmith. This is a new series of videos I'm doing to explore all of the different possibilities with coffee and the ability to hopefully flavor stack some awesome flavors to what is already hopefully delicious coffee. I'm a coffee drinker, but I'm not a hardcore coffee drinker. I've been drinking coffee for over 20 years, and I wouldn't consider myself a hardcore for the reason of I never really got into the art of it. And it truly is an art. There's so much about it. I am a novice. Let me tell you my history real quick and my relationship with coffee. I love the ritual of the coffee. That's the number one most important thing to me. So much that when I go on vacation with my family, the places we pick, we gotta make sure that there's a really awesome place for us to enjoy our coffee in the morning. If that doesn't exist, we move on to the next place. That goes for any of the homes we've ever lived in as well. If I don't have a really nice coffee porch, moving on to another house. I spent a good part of my adult life traveling the world. And in that journey, I was able to see how a lot of different cultures enjoyed coffee, barbecue, and just awesome times around food and drinks. That's where some of the best memories I have exist. And just like I am honing my skills on barbecue and cooking and everything like that with my methods of flavor stacking, smoke, rubs, marinades, injections, I want to see if that's possible in this world of coffee. Like I said, I'm a novice. My wife and I, we really enjoy really basic, cheap coffee, but we always have to mask it with creamer. I want to see what it'll be like to try and enjoy coffee without creamer. Everybody always says have black coffee to really enjoy it. Well, it's been my experience, black coffee has tasted horrible. It's not the coffee's fault, it's just the way I was doing it. I get really cheap store-bought coffee that's usually already ground, or I might grind it, something that has a flavor added to it. I usually grind it. I get the whole coffee bean, then grind it. But I'm using an electric grinder all the time, a blade grinder, just a blade grinder, just a cheap $10 to $15 one. I never paid any attention to the grind size of the coffee bean. I didn't even know that was a real thing. So I started off with really probably bad coffee beans, and then I ground it really bad, giving me like fine grinds for like espresso, medium grinds for what I believe is a pour over, and then coarse grinds for like a French press. Having all those mixtures, I don't think is really helping out the coffee that I'm brewing. But it has its place. You could probably get this down with a pulse method. I don't know. You saw what I did there. I took 16 ounces of water. I heated it up to right at like 205 degrees, 200 degrees. Put the coffee beans in my, I'm not even sure what you call this thing. And then without any real method, I just poured, let it kind of soak in the beans, the grinds, hydrate it. Makes sense to me. And then once that happened, I think it gets the filter wet, so maybe the filter starts engaging as well. And then I went into the pour, and then I kind of let it go down, and I'd pour again. I don't know if that's the right way of doing it yet, but I'm gonna find out. I just showed you kind of like a real basic setup that I'd probably be taking with me camping moving forward. Little propane stove, 1 pound propane tank attached to it. Little kettle that can hold plenty enough coffee for 1 to 2 people for a normal size cup. Battery operated single blade grinder. I mean, this does work. It's got a pulse action to it. So I think I'm actually gonna master this. And some of my flavored coffee. This is my favorite coffee, cherry chocolate. It's, I don't know, it's just really flavoricious. It's my wife's favorite too. But you really got to cut it with some creamer, no doubt about it. For whatever reason, it always comes out pretty bitter. But with the creamer, it just kills it. So I want to see if there's ways of enjoying black coffee without the use of creamer. And also, I don't think the flavored coffee is really good for you. I'm not sure. But I'd like to explore good quality coffee beans with a hand grinder that I can really dial in my grind size to hopefully give me the perfect flavoricious black cup of coffee. If coffee interests you, I'm gonna be digging deep into it. From a novice to we'll see where it goes. All my videos will start out with what I try to make the most tranquil and enjoying whole coffee experience, because for me, it's not only about the quality of the coffee, but it's also about the ritual and the experience, enjoying the whole process. That's really important to me. It's kind of my Zen thing. That's what's really got me excited about having really good quality coffee. So I'm gonna explore every method I can to find out which one I like the most. If you guys got any value in this video at all, please do me a huge favor, like the video. Tell me, what type of coffee is your favorite? What type of coffee bean is your favorite? What brewing method is your favorite? What type of grinder are you using? And then what grind size are you using? It really helped me out, and it's gonna help out anybody else watching the video. And if you did get any value or entertainment or inspiration out of this, I would really appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel. It just helps me produce more valuable, flavorful content like this for you in the future. And until next time, live life flavor. Wait, hold on. Also, if you're interested in any of these products, you can get all of this at my Amazon store. That's at www.amazon.com/shop/MrFlavorsmith. And I have it right in a section there categorized as Coffee with Mr. Flavorsmith.